Rams. A wild card berth, but the visiting Redskins with a field goal try coming that would effectively end this storybook season. From 39 yards out, Dustin Hopkins. Oh, wait here, whistles on the snap. The kick on the way actually went through, but I think we got a timeout.
You see Jeff Fisher there pleading his case, and you'll see him now running down the sidelines, pleading for another playoff miracle timeout.
Hey, listen up. This is a real good place to be right now. We can take it over. Let's shift it and put the pressure on them.
So now all eyes back on the fourth-year man Hopkins. He did miss one earlier from 42.
Miss another one. Here we go. You're going to miss it. Miss it.
From 39. Oh! Quinn over the top, and he blocks it. And the Rams fall on the football.
Dang, man. Come on. Let's go, Tree. That's big time, man. Let's
so
go.
Now everything changes. The Rams are back in business. And here comes the rookie quarterback, Jared Goff.
All right, guys, this is our time. Let's finish this thing right here. Let's finish it. One play at a time. Run it down their throat. O-line, let's go. Right here. Let's go, man. Just give me the ball.
3 minutes to play. The Rams come up on with that. Their biggest drive of the year. On first down, this is Gurley running right. And not a whole lot here to start the drive as the Redskin defense gets him down quickly. Todd Gurley, so good all year. 1,100 yards as a rookie, 1,600 this year.
And they just want to ride him all the way through the final stretch of this game. Tough spot here, but they figure he can handle it.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Time starting to run out here in the fourth. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. Oh, they'll run the end around with Austin. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Tavon Austin over 500 yards receiving and rushing for the Rams this year. Not much there on that play.
No, he's a dual threat guy, but give credit to the Washington defense. They were able to diagnose that one and snuff that play.
And that is incomplete. And the Rams fail to convert on fourth down. So their comeback bid comes up short. Washington escapes.
Got him on lock, baby. You see what we made of. Haters gonna hate, but y'all gotta come see us. Tay, don't sweat today, man. You know what? You gonna be all right, man. Keep your head up. Keep battling. You know how this thing go, man. We'll see you back here next year.
Los Angeles got their team. They made the playoffs, but their Hollywood story falls one act short. This is Madden NFL 17. Welcome to Madden NFL 17. Before we hit the gridiron, let's take a look at a few options. First up, very simple. Select your favorite team.
Yeah, we still got plans tonight. We're gonna kick it, that's a given, baby, rain and shine. Leave your Sunday best at home. Be the last time you wear what you got on. Bikini top and cut off jeans. Baby girl, you know you looking mean. She said, how we gonna make it through the mud hole? Won't you think you got swampers on my truck floor? It's about to get dirty in the dirty south. I'm about to show you what it's all about, but don't worry.
If you're new to Madden, we recommend starting on either rookie or pro. Brandon Gaudin here to tell you about what's new in gameplay for Madden NFL 17. This year, the team focused heavily on three specific areas: the ground game, zone defense, and special teams. We have overhauled ball carrier locomotion, momentum, and balance. The special move system has been completely rewritten around a new defender fake-out system. We've added new feedback systems and an auto-move setting on rookie and pro difficulty levels to help users master the new systems. Finally, we have tackle battles, which will trigger a prompt that gives users more control to influence the outcomes of certain tackles. Defensive gap play is new to Madden 17, and it fundamentally changes the run game. Defenders now have true gap assignments, which result in moving blocks and cutback lanes.
About to get done. It's just somebody good old flood watching that red clay turn to mud. Sling it up, slap past the doors like a new paint job on a 4x4. Girl, you're gonna have a good old time. Can't let a little bit of rain change your mind. Let your hair down, kick off in boots. Once in your life, let yourself cut loose. Go and get money from head to toe. Clean it all out, living in a slim and roll. Listen, about to get dirty, dirty south. About to show you what it's all about. What is? It's a red crowd. We ain't scared, but still throwing down. We gonna take what is? That fire, we gonna crank it. bunch of poor boys, daddies, girls, children of the cornfield, trying to turn a shift job into a dollar bill. We wear the muddy boots, stay true to how we're raised. Ain't nothing about us fake. You know we're straight out of that dirty South, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Just a bunch of John Deere junkies getting funky.
There are even more tutorials and drills inside of Skills Trainer that will help take your Madden game to the next level. So check them out.
In the rain, it's the kind of thing. You know we're straight out of that dirty South, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now.
And just like that, you're set. It's time to play, and we hope you enjoy it. Madden NFL 17.
In the middle of nowhere, nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight. Woo! You know we're straight out of that dirty South, dirty roads. Nobody got no money, got them signed up pickup trucks, whistling at them from the country. Yes, sir. You know we're straight out of that long week working now. Everybody wanna party all night long, bonfire on the back 40 in the middle of nowhere. Nobody going home tonight till we're straight out of moonlight, straight out of moonlight.
I wanna live like it's Mardi Gras and go dumb with my whole squad and don't need no R&R to regular life. I say au revoir. Hey, living life in the fast lane, may your pain only be. So please come join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just tapped. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some dumb. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one thing in common. We just wanna have fun. Hey. I think I'm gonna do something crazy. Come by, bring a rack. New grill and a bunch of snacks. And where we going, you don't need a map. You don't need a nap. You don't need jack. Except lots of people, some very loud speakers, cold drinks and good. Join me. One thing, good vibes only. I just tapped. I'ma fill my cup. Got fireworks. Let's blow some dumb. Tonight I'm going stupid, doing things I've never done. We all got one.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL.
All right, Larry, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Detroit Lions and the New England Patriots. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. Danny Amendola on the return. Ooh, with a juke. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. They slot Gronkowski outright.
20. Keep 15. Keep 15.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Ezekiel Ziggy Ansah with a tackle for loss. Just think he's still learning the game of football. Didn't play a heck of a lot of it in his native country. And at BYU was just scratching the surface before he hit the NFL.
Yeah, from Ghana, where he really liked soccer and basketball. But football's okay for him, right?
Yeah, I think it's worked out very well. Drafted on potential. He's realizing it here.
In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And that's complete to Lewis. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for New England. 43 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there?
Yeah.
Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Brady to throw on 2nd down. Flush to his right. Shreds the tackle. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Haloti Ngata able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. From midfield, here's Brady. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Well, this past season was tough for Abdullah. Foot injury costing him the last 14 games of the year, and that was a big blow. They could never really get that running game going, could they?
It changed everything for them because Theo Riddick, who is his backup, is really a 3rd down back, the guy that they want to use out of the backfield to catch passes in open space. He had to become more of a runner, and I think that limited his effectiveness at doing what he does best. Amir Abdullah was drafted to be their lead runner. If they keep him healthy, that'll help the Lions offense in 2017.
Still 1st down.
Out of the gun, Stafford. It's complete to Golden Tate. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And Tate just finished his 7th NFL season. First 4 in Seattle, last 3 Detroit. And each of those 3 years, 90 or more receptions. Finished this season with 91 catches, over 1,000 yards.
And I saw him expand his game in 2016. I saw him operate out wide in the slot. Also came into the backfield and got carries and then ran routes from there. His yards after catch really jumped back up in 2016, and Golden Tate has shown that he's more than capable of being a #1 receiver in the NFL.
Now Stafford throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. And the offense looking to pick up the 1st down after the 2nd down incompletion. Off of play action, here's Stafford. And able to find Curley. And he's able to get the 1st here as he's taken down at the 25. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dante Hightower in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And caught by Curley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
An extra quarter on the field for New England here on 3rd down.
Yeah, another DB. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer, 15-yard penalty.
And you notice how the offensive line responded. A couple went to check on the quarterback, and a couple went to the guy who hit the quarterback. No one likes to see their quarterback hit.
1st and goal here from the 9. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Eric Ebron from 3 yards out. And the Lions are going to take a 1st quarter lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here come the Patriots again on offense, the Super Bowl champions, and boy, they have been able to do it a lot of times, Charles, with unsung heroes, haven't they? Look at the names that led them through the playoffs. Hogan, White, Lewis, guys you just wouldn't think of.
Yeah, Deion Lewis, a 5th-round pick.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, New England. Danny Amendola, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Down, Abdullah. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. To throw on second down is Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And Tate's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A touchdown apiece here in this first quarter of play. 7-all is the score. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about. In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And the tackle there by Chris Long. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Okay, partners, New England comes out here to take the field on offense. This is such an interesting story, how they've been able to do it year after year after year. Guys talk about parity in the NFL. Well, New England has kind of transcended that parity, and they've done it with guys that you don't normally think of as household names.
The parts keep changing for New England. That's the amazing part. On offense, all right? Offensive linemen change, receivers change, running backs change. We know the one constant is Tom Brady, and that's a huge deal for them. But to be able to do it in what you call the parity times, and you're exactly right, everyone's supposed to be pretty equal. New England still a top 10 offense year in and year out. In 2016, they were number 4, and that helped them with a number 1 ranked defense as well. But I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
20.
Brady to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
To throw, it's Brady. And Amendola with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Brady now on first down. And caught by Hogan for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan, 25 yards for the touchdown. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. And the lead is up to 5. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. The return man here, T.J. Jones. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And making their way back out there now, the Patriots defense. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick six, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone, but their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Now Brady throwing on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Shotgun now for Brady. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And ready to go for another offensive series. Out comes Detroit, and a Detroit team that, boy, lost in the playoffs this year. Don't have a playoff win since 1992. But it was a tough end of the season. There were injuries involved. And I know you think that this is a crew that really could make some noise again next year, don't you?
I do, because I think they gained so much confidence this season, battling back from a tough beginning, working their way into where they looked like they had a chance to win the division. And while they didn't do that, they did get into the playoffs. Despite a myriad of injuries, they think this team has a bright future, and they feel confident about 2017.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski from 21 yards away. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. What a great weapon. So often, such a big mismatch.
And there's no route he can't run. You name it, he's going to do it. And he's a matchup nightmare for the defense. No matter who they put on him, he's going to win the battle.
Extra point try for Gronkowski. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Gronkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Short boot taken at the 21. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just... Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Hightower coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. To throw on second down is Stafford. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
Now Stafford, unable to find Curley. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Stafford on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Rob Ninkovich from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Stafford. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. So on 4th down, here's Sam Martin to punt it away for Detroit. Back deep, Danny Amendola for New England. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves that you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
The final shot before half for Brady. And his throw here's incomplete. So geez, don't you at least want your guys to get a drink of water? Probably pretty thirsty. Whatever, your wish, our command. Third quarter now. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And getting set to go again, here's the Lions defense. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
4 down. Wait, 20, 29.
Brady now on first down. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Pass interference. Offense.
Little jostling there, but it's going to be the offense that gets the penalty flag for interference.
Shut down.
Now Brady, and he fends him off, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz,
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson, and he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were. and they picked that one off.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And if you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some.
Open is Tate. Touchdown, Lions. Golden Tate from 4 yards out. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. On the return now, here's Keyshawn Martin. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And now out come the Patriots. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a pickup of 21. And it'll be 1st down, New England. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they wanted to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. But 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So nothing there. I don't know if that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
They'll run here. Abdullah. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he's got Edelman on the out route. That's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A gain of 39 that time.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this. But run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Brady now to throw. And now he'll turn and off his back foot. That's caught inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Brady, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Here's Brady to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time, and it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And it's fourth down. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Now, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give him a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Third and long, it's Stafford. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. We have played 3 quarters. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the fourth quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. very tough spot here for the offense to start. Throwing on first down is Brady. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Tyron Walker in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get out to the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Pass interference. Offense.
Maybe a little too aggressive that time, and instead of defensive pass interference, this one goes against the offense. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The veteran Nate Washington, the man he was looking for. And it's third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. In his own end zone, it's Brady. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Oh, had to get it out quick, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
For the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. He was looking for Theo Riddick there, and it brings up 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They slot Gronkowski outright. On first down, Brady. Flushed out right. On the run. This is taken in. It's complete. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it gives the Pats a first down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt. And so far, it's working for both of them.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Again, they'll throw with Brady, escaping the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And caught by Hogan for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Patriots add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gostkowski for the point after. Whoa! He just yanked that one well to the left and no good. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Holding offense.
Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Now Brady throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's caught by Hogan. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
From midfield, here's Brady. And this one complete to Martellus Bennett. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Brady. His throw incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time. That'll bring up second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Being chased out left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. To throw is Brady. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And Gostkowski's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Gostkowski now converted for 3. Now he'll kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
Now a first down throw. Stafford throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. And he's going to be taken down deep into Patriot territory. It's a big play. Stafford to Tate. 46 yards. And they're going to speed things up here. Here's Stafford. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. On 2nd and 10, Stafford can't find anyone open. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. Still in search of the first down after that last completion.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hand.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots are close to finishing off this football game. And a pause in the action because the boot.
After reviewing the play, the right on the field stands.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Now Brady. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Brady going to look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman from 19 yards away. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, nice move. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be 1st down Detroit. And quickly they get to the line. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play. One last throw here for Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.